There's one mistake that a lot of tour companies are making that's causing them to lose a lot of potential customers. Now, it looks very small and unimportant, but in actual sense, it answers the three key questions that every customer has to get answered about your business before they can make any decision to buy from you. In case you're wondering what I'm referring to, I'm talking about the description section on your SokoGuide's business profile page. Now, this is the equivalent of your About Us page on your website. A lot of businesses treat this page as an afterthought, but in actual sense, there are three questions that every customer has to get answered, and the About Us page or the description section on your SokoGuide profile page is the best place to get these questions answered for your customers. These questions are who you serve, how you serve them, and why you're different. When it comes to who you serve, the customer wants to know whether the kind of customer that you're looking for describes them. And in this section, you're supposed to make sure that the description that you give of the customer that you serve is done from the customer's point of view or from the customer's perspective. This is a buying exercise, not a selling exercise. The tone and language that you use in this section to explain who you serve should be done in a way that when the customer reads it, they feel that your entire tour company has come together to serve them specifically. It should feel like it's a company that's specifically curated and put together to serve their needs and their interests and to solve their problems. It should be done specifically from the customer's point of view. The next question that the customer wants to hear you answer is how you serve. This means that you're supposed to give a description of your products, but this is not a place where you come and present your offers. It's where you're supposed to give a description of how your products meet the customer's needs. Optimally, you're supposed to start with the customer's need or the customer's problem, and then go to how your products solve that problem. You want to make sure that the customer feels understood, not just them personally, but their problem, the problem that has brought them to you as a tour operator, and that the solution that you're presenting to them or the solution that you make available to them is one that's fully suitable to solve the problem that they have, to meet the need that they're having. The final thing is to tell the customer why you're different. And in this, the customer wants to know, out of the hundreds and thousands of tour companies that are on this platform and that are online or in different places, why should they buy from you specifically? Why should they avoid all the others and come to you? What benefit do they get by working with you? What do they lose by not working with you and picking somebody else to go and buy a tour package from? Keep in mind that every customer makes a buying decision emotionally and then they justify it with logic. Give your customers a reason to justify buying from you. Let them feel confident that they're making the best decision by coming to you and ignoring all the other tour operators. Let them feel special. Let them feel that you are the ideal tour operator, and in coming to you, they're much better than all the other customers who decided not to come to you. A description of why you're different should also be done from the customer's point of view. Again, this is a buying exercise, not a sales exercise. Once you have all this information, the next thing is to make sure that you present this information in the best way to your customers. Now, there are two things that you need to make sure that you avoid at whatever cost. The first one is you need to avoid using all capital letters. It's very unprofessional and it feels like you're screaming at the person who's reading. And two, you're supposed to make sure that you avoid using long paragraphs. People nowadays have a very short attention span, and using long paragraphs is not going to encourage anyone to read your description. Once you avoid those two things, here's now how you structure your description section. The first thing is that you want to break the description section into smaller sections. Each section should be talking about a specific thing. To make your description easy to scan, you can take each section and give it a title and put the title in capital letters so that it's easy to scan. Then you can take the rest of the body and put it into smaller paragraphs. And if you have a list of things that you're talking about, then put the list in bullet points. And finally, we have one final thing, and this is your first sentence. Whenever you're doing a description for your business, your first sentence has a very critical role that you have to make sure that you get right. The role of your first sentence is to convince someone to read the rest of the description. If you fail to convince someone to read the rest of the description, then it doesn't matter that you wrote a good description. So your first sentence has to play that role of ensuring that someone is enticed enough to read the rest of the description. I hope this was helpful to you, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one.